Hey there again, it's Dusty Thunder once again with another AITA story for you. This one is a story with an update. So if it is too long of a story, it may end up getting cut to two pieces. We'll do our best to make it work in one, though. Fair warning, sometimes the story itself can end up being over 10 minutes, and if it is, then we have no choice but to chop it up. Title of this one is, Am I the Astronaut for Letting My Son Help Me in the Kitchen? In a general sense, I know I'm not the asshole, but I want an unbiased opinion from people in here. It's a good start. I know I'm not the asshole. I just want to see if you agree with me. Is that basically what OP said here? I, 42 female, have 3 sons, Jamie, 16 male, Matt, 12 male, and Paul, 10 male, with my husband, Charlie, 45 male. My middle son, Matt, is a little different from his brothers. His brothers like things that are typically meant for men like sports, gadgets, video games, and so on, but Matt is different. He is not a big sports fan. He likes reading and painting. He doesn't mind doing things that are typically not for boys. Another thing about him is that he is passionate about food. He's been like this since he was 6. He would often come to the kitchen to see me cook and oftentimes offer to help. Well, I don't let him do heavy things like cutting or standing too close to the fire, but he would be a helping hand. I call him Ramsay Jr. after Gordon Ramsay. Honestly, I like this arrangement because while I am doing all the cooking, my other boys are in their room. My husband, on the other hand, is not impressed by Matt. He is a proud father of 3 sons and often likes to do sports stuff with them, like teaching them how to play baseball, playing video games, wrestling, watching sports, but Matt is not interested in any of those things. He has said over and over again that those typical things they do don't interest him. My husband would still force him to do it because he thinks it's more important for him to do things that are more masculine with his brothers because it creates a bond. I've tried several times to convince my husband that he must let Matt go and let him do his thing. We eventually reached a compromise that Matt will do sports and other stuff with them once a week so that he is in touch with his brothers, and the rest of the time he would do his own activities that he likes. My husband also doesn't like that Matt would rather stay in the kitchen with me being my helping hand rather than with him and my other boys. He sometimes tries to criticize him by saying he shouldn't be doing girly things, or he will not get any girls in the future, or he will be made fun of. The incident happened yesterday. I was in the kitchen preparing for lunch. My husband and sons were outside playing football. Paul and Jamie called Matt to come play with them, but Matt was not interested. I told him he should go play with his brothers now while I do meal prep, and he can come back during the cooking process. Matt agreed, but he came to the kitchen after 10 minutes and started helping me. My husband was with the boys too. He called Matt several times, but Matt didn't budge. I could see it irritated him. After the lunch, my husband was pissed and told me what I am doing to Matt is going to harm him in the future. I told him how is forcing him to do things he doesn't like help him. He wasn't listening and kept saying things like he needs to be a man and stop doing girly things. And the way I am encouraging him to cook and bake things like grandma, he would get bullied in school and he doesn't want a son who is a sissy. I was shocked. I told him he needs to get his head out of his ass because cooking is gender neutral. There's nothing wrong with Matt wanting to cook. My husband got mad at me and told me I am ruining my son's future. He doesn't want him growing up weak and fragile and making him do girly things. We'll make it worse. He needs to learn how to be a man like his dad and learn how to provide rather than take on feminine roles. And just because I couldn't get a daughter, I should stop turning my son into a girl. This turned into a huge fight between him and me, and now he is not talking to me. Matt is sad because he thinks he is the reason why his dad and I fought. I had to assure him that it was not his fault at all. So Reddit, am I the asshole, or should I just have told Matt to play with his brother and not come into the kitchen until the lunch is served? Edit, I have read the comments, I just want to clear out any confusion. My other boys, Jamie and Paul, do have a good relationship with Matt. Yes, they are different and they would rather stay in the rooms and do their own thing, but none of them have ever bullied Matt or made fun of him for liking things differently. Also, I am a homemaker for now, but my husband does help me with some chores like getting kids ready for school, driving them to school, and other extracurricular stuff, folding the laundry, taking care of the lawn, so it's not that I am totally helpless. The kitchen duty is 100% mine because my husband doesn't know or like to cook. Update. Hello everyone, I just wanted to say thank you for the comments. I know some of you called me a troll. I don't know why you would think that. I just wanted some unbiased opinion. So anyways, I'm here to update the situation. My husband Charlie was not letting go. He insists Matt is wrong for wanting to cook with me. The argument between me and him never truly settled. So a few days ago, he decided to call his dad. He thought since his dad was in the military, he would teach Matt some lessons. So my father-in-law came to our house. We chatted and talked. Charlie brought up the issue with Matt. He just started talking about everything from his passion for cooking and not being interested in other masculine stuff. Father-in-law was quiet and thought about it. Matt looked scared because father-in-law looks like a scary guy. Father-in-law told the kids to go to their room because he wants to have a chat with hubby and I. After we were alone, I was expecting father-in-law to blame me, but instead he blamed my husband. He said he is really embarrassed of my husband for having such backward thinking. He knows that when father-in-law was in the military, he had to do all his chores and sometimes have to cook. He just unloaded on my husband that he is teaching the wrong lesson to Matt, that cooking is a good skill and it will help in real life. Watching sports and video games will not teach him anything valuable. There is more. I cannot write all of it, but my husband looked really defeated. He tried to argue that Matt needs to do tough things, but father-in-law shut that down by saying he has the nerve to say cooking is easy when he probably can't boil water. Honestly, it was funny to watch my husband being berated by his dad like a kid. Father-in-law then called the boys to the room and told us to give them privacy. We were outside. I was looking at my boys through the slit of the door. Matt looks relaxed, but the heads of Jamie and Paul were down. Long story short, my father-in-law told my boys not to bother Matt anymore. He also instructed that my boys help me in the kitchen once a week to learn how to manage a home. He also told Matt to not be scared and do whatever he likes. I am glad Charlie brought him into our house, even if his plans backfired. I thought after father-in-law left, there would be peace. My husband would be normal and understand, but he was sulking and moping around. I asked him continuously what happened. He didn't answer at first, but then, after a lot of pushing and pestering, he did. He said that the reason why he didn't want Matt to do feminine things is because he, my husband, was bullied for that when he was in school.